is the president telling us the truth that the rising gas prices are not his fault?
No, it's baloney. The gas prices are up 61% since the time that he took office. Part of it is because of the overhang of the pandemic, but the other part of it is the anti-energy actions that this administration has taken, putting a halt on new leasing, taking ANWR off the table, saying they're going to have new taxes and regulations. And not only that, but this whole thing is a kabuki. It is a fake action to try and look like they're doing something about it. Think about this, 50 million barrels. Now, in reality, it's 32 million barrels because 18 million barrels were already authorized by Congress to be sold in order to gain revenue for the government to pay for all these, for part of the spending program. So it's only 32 million barrels. Now, why is that important? Because America uses 19 million barrels of oil a day. So they've just, between the 32 million that the administration has actually used doing and the 18 million that Congress already told them to sell to make money, that's 2.6 days worth of energy for the United States, oil and gas. Now look at this. We're also doing this, they say, in cooperation with countries around the world. China, India, Japan, South Korea, and the United Kingdom. Well, the only country out of this that produces much oil and gas is China. India produces 1 million barrels a day. Japan, 123,000 barrels a day. South Korea, negligible. The United Kingdom, negligible. The people who've got the oil, OPEC, have already told the U.S. government to take a hike. They're going to increase the amount of production modestly, not a lot. And they've already told the administration, we're not going to help you solve your problem. And so now we announce we're cooperating with people who don't have oil and gas.
Yeah, so Carl, this energy release is going to give us 2.6 days of energy for America. That's unbelievable. But Mick, I want to get your reaction to this because the Energy Secretary Granholm, she made a statement and didn't know how much oil the U.S. consumes. Take a look.
There are various figures about this, so I'm curious if you know, how many barrels of oil does the U.S. consume per day?
I don't have that number in front of me, sorry.
Mick, you and I were both in politics together. I can't believe that she wouldn't know the answer to that question. It's like a teacher not knowing how many kids are in his class. What do you say to that?
Yeah, that's the type of stuff that gets you fired. It just does. It's the type of thing that makes the president look bad. And again, it's the one thing you cannot do as a cabinet member is make the president look bad. It's an easy number. It took me 15 seconds to find it out. What that means is they're not doing the work necessary to prep at the Energy Department for a press conference, which makes you wonder what they're doing with their time. And my guess is, to Carl's point, they're spending their time trying to figure out how to make us produce less. Keep in mind, under the Trump administration, we were net exporters of energy. The price of gas, Sean, it's pretty simple. You and I understand this. It's supply and demand. The more supply, the price goes up. The more demand, the price goes up. Or excuse me, the more supply, the price goes down. We're in a situation now where this administration is limiting our own ability to get our oil and natural gas to market, and that is driving the price up. What people don't want to talk about is the fact we don't buy any oil from OPEC. We really don't. Most of our oil that we buy from overseas comes from Canada and to a certain extent Venezuela. We don't buy it from the Mideast. Most of what we consume here in the United States, we make here. And when the Biden administration has changed their policies, it's had a direct impact on how much you and I and everybody else is paying at the pump. And the Secretary of Energy needs to know that or else she needs to go.
So, Mick, you and I saw this firsthand. We served in Congress together on the Financial Service Committee. And all of these do-good progressives who care about the weather, what they want to see is energy prices go up, so we'll make a transition to greener energies. And I hear about this all the time. This is one of the biggest issues that I hear when I'm around in Wisconsin. People talk about gas prices. Carl, quickly, what kind of impact does this have in elections when people are angry about kitchen table issues like gas prices when they fill up their cars?
Well, obviously, it's a big reason why the administration has such lousy marks on the economy, inflation, and jobs. And let me tell you, though, there is good news. The International Energy Agency says a reprieve from the price rally could be on the horizon. And what is that reprieve from? When the U.S. production rises next year, they hope. So the answer is produce more energy. You have more energy, the price will go down. Answer simple.
Yeah, I know it is simple. Gentlemen, listen, I want to thank you guys for both joining me tonight and for your insights.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.